I want to turn to another subject, which I think, I have to say, frankly, I find astonishing, which is the recount. And here you had Donald Trump being asked, frankly, by me in the third debate about whether or not he would accept the results of the election and saying, I'll keep you in suspense. Now we have the Green Party candidate, Jill Stein, initiating a recount in Wisconsin, talking about doing the same in Michigan and Pennsylvania. You can kind of understand it from her point of view. She's trying to raise money and build up her name. But, Julie, now we have the Clinton campaign, the top lawyer for the Clinton campaign, saying they're going to participate. What do you make of that?
Well, there's a small legal aspect of this that I think is understandable, which is if there is going to be a recount pushed by the Green Party, you want to have your campaign represented. I think the Trump team will probably end up having a representative there as well to make sure that their interests are being monitored. I do think, though, that it is incumbent on Hillary Clinton to come out in some way and reiterate what she said the day after the election, which is that she accepted the results and that Donald Trump was going to be our next president. You're hearing that from the White House. I do not think that you are going to see a groundswell of Democratic support for this idea, but Hillary Clinton needs to do that. And if she doesn't, then I think we need to be as tough on her as we were on Donald Trump during the campaign when he questioned whether he would accept the results.
Yeah, I want to, let me, if I may, just to pick up on that, because the White House has been very definitive, both from the podium and also a paper statement in the last day or so, saying we accept the election results. We don't believe there was hacking. We think this is the correct result, not the right result, but the correct result. Do they have any heartburn about Clinton getting involved in this in some way?
I think if the Clinton campaign or other Democrats are looking for support from the White House for a recount, then they're looking in the wrong direction. This White House is fully focused on the transition to the Trump administration, and they know how dangerous it is, the same way it would have been if we were talking about Trump saying this, how dangerous it is to be openly questioning the results of the election, to be suggesting that there's hacking when both experts that the Clinton campaign has talked to and the White House and intelligence agencies have said there is no evidence of that right now.
The whole thing is just, it's a lot to take. I mean, the weeping and gnashing of the teeth from the left, if anything remotely similar had gone on from a Republican, especially Donald Trump, would just be endless. It would be, and when you want to look at why people across the country feel like cultural elites, like our media establishment, just don't get them, the notion that this is going on, the notion that Hillary Clinton is joining in, the notion that her campaign is doing, it's just, stop it. Donald Trump won the election. Donald Trump is going to be the president of the United States. The alt-left needs to move on from this nonsense.
15 seconds.
It's worth noting the Clinton lawyer, the legal team, even while jumping in, said we recognize that vote margins of this size have never been overturned in a recount. So I'm not sure how seriously they take it.
I mean, we're talking at the very least in Michigan about 10,000 votes. And
more in the other states.
Yeah, even more in the other states. All right. Thank you, panel. See you next Sunday.